there's probably not one of the people watching this video that don't believe that innovation really matters and drives the economy. But innovation also isn't just about business. Innovation is critical to this country in addressing our quality of life, as well as solving the major challenges we have as a country and as a planet, whether it is energy, climate change, healthcare, or security. And we're at a time when we have these incredible challenges that are in front of us, and yet I feel that we have what I call an innovation deficit, in that we are reaping the benefits of a lot of the seeds that we planted 10, 20, 30 years ago, but we're not planting the seeds at the same rate that we used to. So there is a lot of incremental innovation that is going on in this country and in the world, but there isn't the right basis of what I call sustainable innovation going on, which involves not just development, not just the application of technology, but research, development, and application in a way in which they all interact to create ongoing sustainable innovation. And in essence, the culture of the business community, as well as the culture of the country in the United States and the country's leadership, have become very, very short-term focused. Businesses have become very short-term focused because of an incredible increase in the rate of change that has been created by technology and globalization, which is a good thing. But that rapid pace of change has in many ways caused people to just focus on how do I keep up with that change, as opposed to looking long-term and how do I stay ahead of the next change. If you go back to after World War II and look at the several decades from probably the 50s to the 70s, you had research being done really in 2-3 different places. And you had the government funding academic research and basic science. If you look at today, government funding has become much more milestone-oriented, much more smaller grants. One of the big differences between DARPA and the National Science Foundation, and the National Science Foundation does a terrific job, but it by charter is peer review. And if something has to be peer reviewed, you're not going to get the real kooky ideas because they often don't pass that peer review. Whereas DARPA in the early days was not peer reviewed. They, again, just identified these centers of excellence that they would fund. So government research has become, since the 70s, has started to become more short-term focused, imposing more constraints, smaller grants, spreading the money across the country, which has served to kind of shorten and narrow people's horizons. The corporate research labs essentially went away. And corporations, as they started in the 70s and 80s to focus more and more on efficiency and productivity, many of them took their research labs and either completely did away with them or turned them really into advanced technology groups.